to the second conference on technological advances and innovation, TechInn 2024, proudly organized by Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna. It is an absolute honor to stand before you today as we gather for this momentous occasion. Your presence here signifies not just an attendance, but commitment to innovation, collaboration, and growth in your field.
We are excited to kick off the TechInn 2024 with the theme Harnessing Cutting-Edge Technologies for Economic Resilience. Let us take a moment to acknowledge the hard work of our organizing committee, sponsors, students, and volunteers whose tireless dedication has brought this event to life. Thank you for your commitment and making this gathering a success.
As we embark on this journey together, I just reminded of a quote. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. As we gather here today, surrounded by some of the most brilliant and forward-thinking minds, let's induce this idea. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Today is our opportunity to not just think about the future, but to actively shape it through collaboration, innovation, and daring to explore the unknown.
TechInn 2024 is not just about discussing technology. It's about pushing boundaries, sparking new ideas, and creating solutions that will shape our future. Over the next few hours, we will dive deep into the tracks of science and technology, automobile technology, electrotechnology, construction technology, food production technology, and commercial green farming technology, and collaborate with thought leaders and perhaps even challenge our own assumption about where these fields are headed.
We live in an era where the boundaries are constantly being redefined. The innovations we discuss over the whole day have the potential to revolutionize the industries, transform the societies, and even challenge the way the academia thinks. This conference is not just about a presentation and panels. It's about igniting ideas, sparking the collaborations, and creating something bigger than ourselves.
Whether you are here to learn, network, or share your expertise, we believe the connections you make and the insights you gain will be invaluable. So, let's kick off this exciting journey together, and I look forward to seeing the remarkable ideas that will emerge from this incredible gathering of talents at this TechInn 2024.
As we know, lighting a lamp means bringing in light and good vibes, pushing away darkness and negativity, and welcoming knowledge and positivity. It's a tradition that carries a profound meaning. And today, we are honored to have a distinguished guest among us who will be leading this ceremonial act.
First, we would like to graciously invite the chief guest of TechInn 2024, our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Sivakolundu Sri Satgunaraja, to come forward and illuminate our gathering with the first flame. Next, I can call upon the keynote speaker of TechInn 2024, Professor Samit Hetige, to join us in this sacred act. Your presence offers the utmost prosperity to TechInn 2024 and lighting this lamp with us will mark the beginning of our shared journey. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Kedison, the Conference Chair of TechInn 2024 and the Dean of Faculty of Technology, to step forward and add your lights to ours. Your vision, commitment, and leadership are in
As we commence our conference with great enthusiasm, we are excited to announce a series of impactful speeches that will serve as the backbone of our conference. Before going to proceed, I would like to kindly invite our esteemed guest on stage, please.
We are so excited to have the esteemed guest on the stage, Chief Guest Professor Sivakolondu Sri Satgunaraja, Keynote Speaker Professor Samit Hettige, the Conference Chair Dr. K. Deason, Conference Convener Dr. Hiranya Navaratna, Conference Chief Editor Mr. Vinujan, and the Secretary Mrs. Banusha Ishwaran. Thank you all for gracing this event. Firstly, I would like to draw your attention to an address that holds immense significance for all of us. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Hiranya Navaratna, the convener of TechInn 2024 and the head of the Department of Engineering and Technology, University of Jaffna, to deliver the welcome address.
Okay, very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome you all to the Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna, for the second conference of Technological Advances and Innovation, TechInn 2024, which is held under the theme of Harnessing Cutting-Edge Technologies for the Economic Resilience. So, this multidisciplinary conference is one of the satellite conference under the sphere of Jaffna University International Research Conference 2024, and which is being conducted in hybrid mode in both physically and virtually. First of all, I am very pleased to welcome our chief guest, Professor S. Sri Satgunaraja, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University of Jaffna and one of the former deans of the Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna. And my special warm welcome to the keynote speaker, Professor Samit Hettige. He's the chairman of the Sri Lanka Institute of Biotechnology. And I extend the hearty welcome to the conference chair, Dr. T.K. Tishan. He's the Dean of the Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna. And I would like to warmly welcome Professor Mrs. S. Sivachandran. She's the former Dean of the Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna, who put the basement actually for this conference 2 years ago. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the deans of other faculties and former vice chancellors of the University of Jaffna and council members and senior assistant librarian and the consultants and other professors and also other head of the departments and administrative staff and non-academic staff and the academic supportive staff of the University of Jaffna. And further, my warm welcome to our valuable sponsors and authors and the presenters and all other distinguished invitees and also my dear students. I think today is a very special day in the history of the Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna, because as we are about to start the inaugural sessions of the second conference, TechInn 2024. Success of this conference actually reflects the effort and dedication of the conference committee and all the academic and non-academic staff of the family of Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna. So once again, I would like to welcome you all to the TechInn 2024, and I hope this conference will provide a good basement or a platform for disseminating innovative and sustainable technological advances to the development of the future country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to you for delivering this welcome address at our conference. Your insights and eloquence captivated our audience, making the welcome address a memorable and engaging one for all of us. Thank you once again for your invaluable contribution. And following the welcome address, we are honored to invite Dr. T.K. Edison, the Conference Chair and the Dean of the Faculty of Technology, University of Jaffna. Sir, it is with great pleasure that we extend a warm welcome to you, inviting you to grace the stage to deliver the address of the Conference Chair. Thank you.
So very good morning, dear Vice Chancellor, guest speakers, and former Dean, other faculty deans, librarian, my colleagues, my students, non-academics, and administrative staffs. So welcome to this conference, TechInn 2024. So as a chairperson of this conference, I would like to welcome all you. And it is very delighted to introduce the conference proceedings of the second conference technology, Advances in Innovation 2024. The conference is organized under the theme of harnessing cutting-edge technologies for economics resilience as a satellite conference of use 24 in hybrid mode. It is one of the key events in the Golden Jubilee year of the University of Jaffna. This conference aims to give a stage for the leading researchers, scientists, and professionals who are involved in innovative technology for the real-world problems, so that they will have a forum to share their experience, research results, methods, and developments in science and technology concept. Their contemporary applications play a key role as we move ahead in this 21st century. The preceding books reveals the full papers of these great contributors to the conference. As a conference chair, I am privileged to be backed by an organizing committee that dedicated their efforts to crafting an unforgettable experience for the scholars, emerging researchers, industry professionals, and more. This is a remarkable team effort driven by both academic and non-academic staff of the Faculty of Technology. So I am also extend my sincere thanks to the TechInn committee, Vice Chancellor, and the administrative staff of the University of Jaffna for their unwavering support throughout the entire process. Additionally, I am deeply grateful to sponsors of TechInn 2024 for their generous contributions, which were vital to making this event a resounding success. As I congratulate all the presenters who have contributed papers to this conference, I warmly welcome you to TechInn 2024. So thank you very much.
we extend our heartfelt thanks for your inspiring address. Your thoughtful words have laid a strong foundation for this conference, encouraging us to think boldly and approach our discussion with a renewal sense of purpose. Your leadership and dedication to making this event a meaningful and impactful experience are deeply appreciated by all of us. Thank you for setting the stage for what promises to be an exciting and productive conference. And as a special highlight of today's gathering, we are delighted to welcome our Vice Chancellor, University of Jaffna, Professor Sivakolundu Sri Satkunaraja, to articulate his thoughts at the Chief Guest Address. Esteemed Sir, over to you.
திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் இல்லாமை சொல்லி ஒருவரிடம்பாற் சென்று இழிவுபட்டு நில்லாமை நினைவிரேல் நித்தம் நீடுதவம் கல்லாமை கெட்ட கயவர்தம்பால் ஒரு காலத்திலும் செல்லாமை வைத்த திரிபுரை பாதங்கள் சேர்மின்களேன். So in this hymn, the Abhirami Patter glorifies the Divine Mother to grant the grace to be not to be dependent on anybody. So that is called liberation, that is called independence, that is called dignity. So every human beings, there are 7 billion, 7,000 million in the face of the earth. They all want to have a dignified, independent, respectful life, for which they need food, they need dwelling place, they need clothes, so they need knowledge. And now the digital inclusion is taking place. So the artificial intelligence is shaping the entire globe and transforming things in the management, in the engineering, in the production, in every sphere of life. Now the smartphones are there, smart classrooms are there, smart boats are there, and smart agriculture coming in. And different type of drones are now flying into many hundred numbers. No more MiG flying, no more F-16 flying. So they finished their target. So things are done from the remote. Even most of my students are now working from home. After the corona, the things different now. They're working from home, engineers, software developers. So actually the ideas originate from drawing board. Even now, last week, the Nobel Prize winners were announced. So they work from the home, from the desk. Even there was a time there were no computers. When I was undergrad, there were no computers. Only few programmable calculators were there. That is not far away. That is the origin of the university 50 years ago. Now we are celebrating the Golden Jubilee. So you talk about resilience of economic development. Our university contributed. Produced more than 50,000 graduates. That is the primary function of the university. And people talk about unemployment and all those. Among these 50,000 graduates, who is unemployed? Who is unemployed? Even the governor, she just left. She was economics graduate. So people shaping the life of the community, they come from university. So the human beings, we are decorating this planet Earth fully cherished with so many abundance of materials and life. I took my journey today at 7 o'clock from Jaffna. While I was traveling, I can see the farmers are sowing their seeds. And the green things are sprouting. What does that mean? I was thinking, the seeds are waiting for the time. Seeds are there from last year in a storage. They are waiting for the divine grace, the raining. Because this is a dry zone agriculture place. There is no rivers. There is no bund. No reservoirs. Waiting for the divine grace. The farmers are plowing and sowing. That's what is happening now. So the researchers are waiting to announce their results. It's done in solitude. I know our keynote speaker, Sampath Hetike. So he was doing his research in Malaysia while he was working in the Red Cross. What does that mean? He was in the management, he was in the non-governmental organization, he was in the UN sector, but recently he finished his PhD. What does that mean? Means our thirst for knowledge is innate. It's like a burning forest. So it can be only extinguished from the divine grace. So you dig. One day the fountain will open. So that is the message, human being. Last 100 years, the advancement we made in technology. 300 years ago, we made advancement in science. I know most of the engineers, they teach basic theories. The Maxwell theory, laws of thermodynamics, laws of gravity, laws of quantum mechanics. That is very recent. But it has been done 300 years ago. The Industrial Revolution came 200 years ago. Now, last 100 years, what are the development? Unbelievable, because the technology has come. Now things are hybrid. The nuclear fission technology generate power. This is unbelievable developments. Now the electronic chips and integrated circuits, earlier in the 70s, 60s, the computers are like this building block, the mini computers. Now things are on the palm. So these advancements are made collectively. But the knowledge expansion is exponential. The time taken for doubling the knowledge is halving. That's what this exponential means. E is a number. It's in the calculator. It's in the computer. It's everywhere in the statistics. You use statistics, p-values, and calculations. The basic distribution is a normal distribution, standard normal. Now Z-score is a thing for every kids. What is this E? A blind man from Switzerland, Zurich, Leonhard Euler, because of that E come. He had 16 children. He thought of it. He's a blind, in the middle of his age. He invented this number, E. For what purpose? For what purpose? I am a mathematician I was telling Ganeshwaran on last visit to the engineering faculty, to generate a function to mimic the natural growth. Natural growth is, in a culture medium, these microbes grow exponential. So the growth rate is proportional to the itself, the number of microbes itself. Then he was looking for a function for which the rate of change is itself. The y dash is y. That is a seed. I am telling today, farmers are sowing the seed. So Bernard Euler, Switzerland is a small country. Maybe the size of the northern province and little more. So they are leading the world. Hard workers. You go there, no one rests. It's a small population. They have pioneered the Red Cross and so many other things, where the Leonard Euler sowed the seed for all this engineering technology and biosystem technology. That is called the differential equations. The solution even for a simple differential equation. So that was done many hundred years ago. So theoretical. That the science faculty founded 50 years ago. The science is the core of everything. The biological science, physical science. Then we founded engineering. Because there is talking no matters. It's not going to help us. So we had to define design. That is the engineering faculty. We got to differentiate technology and engineering. Engineers, they design the tools. Then technologies, they deliver it. They come and mass production level, the factories. That's what today we invited the chairman of the biotechnology. So biotechnology came to existence after 70s. The inventors coming from UK, most of the Nobel Prize winners in the biosystem technology. But who leads that? The inventors, the science come from UK and US. But who are the people leading biotechnology? Swedes and Germans. There are, at the time the biotechnology was started, German was out, not even clueless. First 50 companies from US and UK. Now after 5 years or 6 years, German has 15,000 companies. So when you go, the Germany technology, wherever celebration in the country, the Benz car come. Whether Ranil there or Rajapaksa's there, the celebrations are done with the Benz car, the BMW, the rich man symbols. Because they had the art of delivering. Art of delivering coming only from deep, deep hard work of digging. So that is the perseverance. The peace and importance. So we all human beings want the pleasure. Lord Krishna says, even the 5,000 years ago in the philosophy, the knowledge brings happiness. There is a chapter devoted for knowledge, the 4th chapter. The 4th chapter is called knowledge. It's called basically a perfect knowledge, he says, or transcendental knowledge, he says, where he says, yes, 5,000 years ago, he said, the little advancement of knowledge, that is the pushing the frontier. Our Navaratna says, he is from Matala, doctorate from Japan, end up in Keynote. It's a divine race. She might have never thought of this. Maybe saw the paper advertisement and coming here. Yes, Matala, I tell you, there's a school called Matala Science College. One of the only school in the country called Science College. The pioneer is my teacher from Coimbatore, Ratna Sabhabadi. Then he developed model laboratories, best libraries. He never ran a family like a Newton Einstein. He lived there. No quarters. He slept in the benches. 25 years. Now they are running a scholarship. Even they are running a scholarship in Colombo and sending money to Hartley, the old boys. So that is the sow in the seed. So, little advancement knowledge. Even the corona came, but PCR came from German technocrats, not from the universities, not from the biologists, from the industry. PCR came in 2005. Corona came in 2020. Just imagine life without PCR during the corona time. How to test and isolate. Now PCR is a technology for everybody to, take these growing things to identify. Similarly, smartphone came in 2020. Now there is no life without smartphone even in the prison. Now, Google is a household thing. Go and check. There's no Google before 1987. Now, wherever I got stuck, Google Map shows me the path. So how is come? So that is technology. That is science, engineering, technology. It's not for comparison. It's for contribution. It's for celebration. Now the conference. Conference is what? Sangam Charanam Gacchami. I hear in Colombo when I go after national anthem. Sangam Charanam Gacchami, Dhamman Charanam Gacchami, Buddhan Charanam Gacchami. This Sangam, 5,000 years ago in Tamil, Madurai, the Tamil Sangam. That's what they developed. All the scriptures now we enjoy in the classical language Tamil came from Sangam. The first conference proceeding, you go and check in the Jaffna University Library, first conference proceeding ever. There are 18 volumes. It's in our library. It was done in a Naimiswaranam forest in somewhere in Uttar Pradesh. 5,000 years ago, the Munis and Rishis, they are like a visionary people. The Rishis are like a scientists. They foretell things. So they were assembling to encounter the influence of Kali, the time. Because they know this time is a time of hypocrisy. Time of hypocrisy. They killed even Jesus Christ. They're still killing a lot of people. Lasantha Vikramasinghe was killed for writing good things. So our country is famous for this. So this Naimiswaranam forest, 5,000 odd, many thousand odd Munis assemble under the Suddha Muni, and they were hearing from the Suddha Muni how to encounter the Kali. That became a volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, 15 volumes are in our library. That is the last prana written by Vyasa. That is the Dhammam. We have Dhammam now. The Buddha's Dhammam is there to guide our island. So the conference, hearing from the wise, hearing from the Suddha Muni. So our keynote speaker has come. There are so many other panelists has come. So many other people have done some work they want to reveal. So the platform is set. Thank you, Gediswaran. And of course, I am very grateful to the Madam Suwachandran. She initiated the first conference and shouldered this growth of this faculty with the help of all the dons from agriculture and engineering. We are very grateful to them. Now I see the set of first recruit become a senior lecturers now. I think the mantle is in your hand. So the time will tell how committed you are. So from 2016 December to now, today again 2014, last 8 years, who carried this mantle? Professor Kandasamy, now he is weak person. He sacrificed, he walked. So he has small stroke or something, so he lost some of the rhythm. Similarly, Professor Swachandran, Professor Myunan, Bhairavan, and Ganeshwaran, Thiruvaran, all this team supported it. Now baby is unpullai unakke sondam. Now it's handed over to you. So lot of comment. I am 47 years. During the conflict time, we lived in this place. Okay, we acquired a lot of things also. So now I am telling the conference time, we are not going to come all the time and telling free advice. It's a high time, the transformation is taking place. A girl doing the comparing, a Brahmin engineer has come with all the PhD and all this to engineering technology. Yes, we recruited. So wonderful opportunities are thriving. So now I tell you, hearing from the vice keynote speaker has come. He says a public industry experience. That is the most important for technology. Technology is not like a science. I am a mathematician, I do my theorem and publish and go. No patentship, nothing. Only mathematicians never claim any patent. Whoever want to use it. Liberal. But wonderful theorems are there. Like I told you, Euler. Wonderful theorems. I don't even James Clerk Maxwell got a patent for anything. Similarly, then engineering. Wonderful engineers have been working. The industrial revolution has come to the 5th stage. Big data, analytics, computer engineering, embedded system, all things are coming. Even yesterday, last week, I signed a MOU with the Lego, $100 million with the Asian development banks, our electrical engineers leading, Moratua and Ruguna joining, want to have a artificial intelligence management of microgrid integration into power generation. It's a big challenge. Our Thiruvaran and Ganeshwaran and all this team going to work. In addition to training the undergrads, in addition to doing the research. So this is the university is all about, is created. So Golden Jubilee celebration take place. Our technology faculty is passing, the 10-day age has been gone, because while in the 10-day age we had to protect. So it's protected by Sir Chandran and our Professor Miundan and all of the team from the engineering, agriculture and the science, Kandasamy and myself, all come here. So we protected it. Now in your hand, so it is cherish, good things always supported. That is the resilience. Show your resilience. Now people are wondering whether our second phase of project will collapse. Now in the exponential growth. People are wondering about this, I know. Because personal reason they were, thinking about collapsing of the project, thinking about it. But the divine grace is there. So now it's getting cherished. So best facilities in the system. And also students are coming from all over the island. It's a place for reconciliation. It's a place for growth. It's a place for the national economic development harnessing technology. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Independence, no happiness, even in the dream. And the Tulasidas in his poem says, knowledge, fashion, freedom. Good example, Socrates. He had a knowledge. He wanted to be free. He was not bothered, even put in a prison or given a poison. He took it and take it and go. Knowledge, fashion, freedom. That is the history of Tamils also. Tamils are very educated. I was telling to our keynote speaker about the Coimbatore. He was working with the Professor Ganeshalingam and that area. So that is what it's all about. Creation of knowledge is about the research. Thank you very much, and ladies and gentlemen, sorry for being emotional and taking your time. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for delivering the chief guest address. We also wish to express our sincere gratitude for delivering your address. Your words not only captured the essence of our shared vision, but also it renovated the motivation and it showed a clear path forward for our conference, TechInn 2024 also. The wisdom and insight you shared today truly resonated with all of us, and we are grateful for your continued leadership and unwavering support to us.
Now, we have come to the important event of today's conference, the release of Proceedings of the TechInn 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Sivakolondu Sri Satkunaraja, to receive the first official copy of the Proceedings from the Chief Editor. We cordially invite our Chief Editor, Mr. Vinujan, to release the proceedings by handing over to our Vice Chancellor. I would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Vinujan for his immense support throughout the preparation of our conference proceedings. He has gone above and beyond in ensuring that the quality of the conference proceedings is of the highest standard. Thank you so much, sir. Now we kindly invite our keynote speaker, Professor Samitha Hetige, to receive the proceedings from our esteemed chief guest, Professor Sivakolondu Sri Satkunaraja. Thank you all. We express our gratitude to all the authors for sharing their research with our conference.
Today, we stand at the crossroads of innovation and opportunity. As we delve into our keynote address, we will explore a topic that not only defines the current landscape of our university and our industry, but also we hope it shapes the future we are collectively building. The keynote address is not just an abstract. It represents the heartbeat of progress in our conference, TechInn 2024, here today. As we engage with the insights and perspectives of this conference, let's be prepared to embrace the change, ignite our imaginations, and envision a future where our collective efforts lead to groundbreaking invention. So, without further delay, let's embark on this journey of keynote address, starting with a brief introduction of the keynote speaker, Professor Samitha Hetige, Chairman of the Institute of Biotechnology, Sri Lanka.
Professor Samitha Hetige serves as the head of the academic affairs at the Bandaranaike Academy for Leadership and Public Policy. He is the honorary chairman of the Sri Lanka Institute of Biotechnology of Government of Sri Lanka and held below position in his career. Head, Faculty of Arts and Humanities at SLTC Research University, Director at Univotech Government of Sri Lanka, Advisory Panel Member at National Education Commission of Sri Lanka, Director and General Manager at Jinasena Industrial Parks Limited, Program Officer at Canadian International Development Agency, Program Officer at United Nations Development Program, Visiting Faculty for Peace and Conflict at University of Sri Jayawarthanapura, Kothalawala Defence University, University of Colombo, and Bandaranaike Center for International Studies and the Bandaranaike International Diplomatic Training Institute. He is an associate professor of conflict studies at Open University Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur University Malaysia. Samitha is a member of the British and Australian Computer Societies and holds diplomas in Human Resource Management, Telecom and Radio Transmission, International Studies and Human Rights Education. He focused his master's in conflict resolution at University of Colombo on reintegrating ex-combatants, and his PhD in business management was focused on organizational conflict prevention at OUM and SSU. Having lived in 6 conflict-affected countries researching on peace and conflict studies, he served as a John F. Kennedy Memorial Fellow at the Kennedy School at Harvard and Distance Fellowship in Diabetes Management at Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Oxford, and a Pearson Fellow at Lester Pearson Center, Canada. Let's put your hands together to welcome Professor Samita Hetige to deliver the keynote address of this conference. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Distinguished guests, respected academics, ladies and gentlemen, my dear students, good morning to all of you. I take this opportunity to thank the eminent Vice Chancellor, Professor Sri Satkunaraja, Conference Chair and Dean, Dr. Keithishan, and the convener, Dr. Hiranya, for the kind invitation, and Professor Thiru, who accompanied me from Colombo yesterday, Mr. Dinushan, and the organizers for the kind hospitality extended to me. This indeed is a great honor and it's a memorable day in my life. It's a pleasure to be here after so many years, and it refreshes my memories of the days where I was working for the Center for Policy Alternatives, the Sri Lanka Red Cross, United Nations, International Center for Ethnic Studies, and the Consortium of Humanitarian Agencies where I was involved in mine risk education. As you know, my training is in management and conflict resolution and prevention, and I trust my views on conflict prevention and resolution shall shed some light to further your research to serve humanity better. The distinguished Vice Chancellor mentioned about Buddhist philosophy in his speech, and I would like to urge all the young students, when time permits, to read the English translation, I repeat the word English translation, of the first sermon delivered by the son of Emperor Asoka to the people of Sri Lanka. It is named in Pali Chulla Hatti Padopama Sutra, or in English it means the analysis of the small elephant's footprint. It will give you a good idea of where we should be 2,500 years after delivering the sermon and where we have missed. As we all know, as we all admit, Sri Lanka is a multi-ethnic, multi-religious country, and since many of us weren't matured enough to respect and understand each other, especially since 1948, we couldn't achieve significant breakthroughs in fundamental frontier research to usher new leaps in high-tech fields. Some analysts believe that internal conflicts in Sri Lanka were orchestrated by conflict provocative elements which didn't want us to proceed so that our competitors would thrive. We shouldn't forget that we have to compete with 28 plus countries in the Indian Ocean rim. We all know that fellow Sri Lankans who left Sri Lanka due to the conflicts have performed well, very well, not only in science and technology, but in all fronts globally. We as a nation should increase the willing to learn attitude. Remember the word willing to learn attitude, to ensure international cooperation to usher new progress. My dear students, we shouldn't forget that we are only a very small island and there's a wider world outside where we can tap if we deliver high quality. International cooperation, networking alone shall make historic achievements in scientific and technological undertakings. That's what I believe. Turning the searchlight unto ourselves, we should notice that there are still shortcomings and weaknesses in Sri Lanka's science and technology development. However, without being negative on the shortcomings, as individuals and organizations, we must be willing to enhance innovation and seize the high ground in technology competition with more partners globally. I feel it is imperative to give full play to the role of market in the allocation of science and technology resources. Mobilize the enthusiasm of industries, universities and research institutes, and form a pattern that jointly promotes the research of key areas. Therefore, I urge you to promote integration of science and technology and industrial innovation to develop new quality productive forces. That reminds me of my days with the Jinasena group, where I founded the Jinasena Training Foundation. Approximately 7,000 youth underwent training, and they are now employees of Michelin, the global tire giant. As a country struggling to stand up after 75 years of misusing a welfare system resulting in high-level wastage, my wish is to see comprehensive reforms in science and technology systems and the mechanisms to coordinate the construction of various innovation platforms to strengthen the optimal allocation of resources for innovations. I believe that developing a disciplined workforce, along with educating the next generations on scientific development, is therefore vital for speeding up the cultivation of a large-scale, innovative talent teams. You are one of them, and there are so many others, so you have to network. In that sense, it is important to constantly listen to those who implement industrial or industrialists using opinion polls and other methods for the scientists to develop new knowledge. Now with the social media and the phones, etc., it's not a difficult task. In this instance, I would like to remind you that even socialist China is allowing foreign-owned private hospitals owned by foreigners to operate in China and conduct scientific research related to stem cells, etc., since September this year. That's not long ago. If Sri Lankans can think of enacting new laws to promote and protect the private sector, it will attract new knowledge faster. That is what I believe, and that is my experience. We ourselves must strengthen international science-tech cooperation initiatives to further expand exchanges and cooperation between governments and the NGO sector. Cascading initiatives of South India and China are sources we must use before they are being grabbed, as I mentioned earlier, by the 28+ competitors in the Indian Ocean Rim. Our Sri Lankan brothers who migrated due to the conflict are a great strength in that effort. We have to give priority and special privileges for them to come back and invest in the country and get the benefits. The same way that we are giving to the international investors, maybe more than what we give to the international investors. That way we can achieve breakthroughs in core technologies. Focusing especially on the northern province, learning and researching on below may give some transformative power into regional economic growth and reshaping the national and regional competition. These are my views. High temperature superconducting in fusion technology development for clean energy using seawater, as we are surrounded by the sea. It is also known as the artificial sun. I'm sure you are aware of these. We can also focus on harnessing geothermal energy, since we are in the northern province, to secure clean energy from underground. As we know, at least the older generation, a lot of trees along the sides of the A9 road were removed, cleared during the conflict. We may replace them to promote carbon neutral highways. Sri Lankans have already displayed their skills in small scale ship development, shipbuilding, and we have been catering to international customers. I'm sure you must have read about these things with the achievements of the dockyard company, etc. By developing artificial dolphin skins, which are now being used by most of the developed countries to laminate the propellers of the ships and the boats, we can increase efficiency and reduce climate change challenges. We may learn from other success stories to integrate emerging digital technologies such as big data and artificial intelligence into the entire chain of Ayurvedic medicine, snake bite treatment, which is now successfully implemented in South Sudan, and managing human-elephant conflicts and wildlife, etc., for a total economic development. Artificial intelligence can support intelligent manufacturing and provincial digital workshops, smart factories to rapidly reshape human life. In this instance, I would like to invite you to visit the former Lodestar, actually former Jinasena, now then Lodestar, and now Michelin factories in Midigama, etc. in Sri Lanka. We can also focus on EVTOLs, EVTOLs, as the eminent Vice Chancellor mentioned, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircrafts to promote low altitude transport, to promote tourism and all other sectors. As we only have a 25,000 square mile island, it won't be difficult. If we maintain efficient airports and efficient EVTOL services, that is low altitude transportation, it will help to attract global trade and knowledge because investors want fast reactions. In fact, I'm proud to say that I was an intern under Prime Minister Minister Mental Lee Kuan Yew long time back, and what he told me personally and what he wrote in his book about Sri Lanka is that Sri Lankans should try to maintain efficient airports and efficient internal transportation so that all those who operate big airlines will come to Sri Lanka. This, I believe, will give more space for humans, animals, and vegetation, since land allocated for roads can be reduced. Brain-computer interfaces and humanoid robots will have practical impacts on industries such as manufacturing, transportation, education, and healthcare. Health tourism is something that we can seriously focus on. French scientists in May this year proved that artificial intelligence can turn brain waves into paintings. They used artificial intelligence to reconstruct visualizing in a human brain to create artworks. In other words, the images the human visualizes when thinking of an object, experience, or a situation can now be printed on paper or displayed on screen. My only hope and wish is that human thinking should dominate so the computers would draw peace. Economic restructuring based on scientific development should be given the foremost place in Sri Lanka, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat the word foremost place because we have been struggling giving foremost place to many other things and nothing has happened. Citizens above 50, including myself, I can't help it, I look younger, should be also used to energize the silver economy, which with increased supply and products and services. Silver economy, if you are maybe already aware, is the economy that is focusing on people 50 years and above. There are so many things that are needed for them to live, and there are so many things that they can contribute back to the society. So that is called the silver economy. Similarly, more importantly, the blue economy is also very important and vital for Sri Lanka, because our waters are rich and we can use that for economic development. In that process, managing real estate, whether public or private, is also vital for industries and the economy to prosper. There may be public infrastructure that can be used more efficiently under private sector management. Now, when I use the word private sector, it doesn't mean individuals or a family, but I was talking to the eminent Vice Chancellor just half an hour back. Even this land can be utilized more, better, if more powers are vested on the university authorities, so that it can be used more efficiently with partners from Sri Lanka and outside Sri Lanka. I firmly believe that managers alone can't resolve the social problems. Scientists also can't do that without managers. Therefore, managers and scientists should cooperate to improve the comforts of mankind while saving the planet for the next generations. Mao Zedong said, and I quote, "Once all obstacles are grasped, miracles may happen." Lastly, I would urge you to work more closely with the organization that I chair, the Sri Lanka Institute of Biotechnology. We have 30 acres very close to Colombo, which are available for investors and institutes to start factories and laboratories. So you can contact them anytime that you like. And also, I would like to thank Mrs. Iswaran, who will be thanking me according to the agenda, and all of you, once again, for the great honor bestowed on me. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
So as we draw this remarkable session to close, let's take a moment to extend our deepest appreciation to Professor Samita Hettige for a truly inspiring keynote address. Your keynote address was nothing short of extraordinary, and it has left us all inspired and eager to explore the avenues that you have illuminated. Your ability to articulate complex ideas was such of clarity and enthusiasm is a witness to your expertise and dedication. You have challenged us to think critically, and your vision for the future is both compelling and motivating. Once again, let's give a big round of applause to Professor Samita Hettige for an impressive keynote address.
Before we move forward, we would like to take a moment to show our token of appreciation. As a small token of appreciation, we would like to present you with a souvenir as a symbol of our gratitude for your valuable contribution to our contribution. I cordially invite our chief guest, Professor Sivakolondu Sri Satgunaraja, to deliver the token of appreciation to our keynote speaker, Professor Samita Hettige. We kindly invite both of you to the stage.
Thank you very much, all of you. And as the wrap of this inaugural session, it's my pleasure to invite Mrs. Bhanusha Ishwaran, the Joint Secretary of the TechInn 2024, to deliver a word of thanks. She has been an integral part of this conference planning, and she has shown unwavering dedication to bringing us all together here today. Let's give a warm welcome to her to deliver the word of thanks on stage. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, all. It's a great privilege for me to propose vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing committee for second conference on technological advances and innovation 2024. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Professor S. Sri Satkunaraja, Vice Chancellor, University of Jaffna and former founder of Faculty of Technology, for his presence amidst his busy schedule and also for his thoughtful and knowledge-provoking speech. I extend my sincere thanks to our keynote speaker, Professor Samita Hettiage, Chairperson, Sri Lanka Institute of Biotechnology, for accepting our invitation and also for sharing his expertise with us. I would like to thank Dr. T.K. Deesan, Dean, Faculty of Technology and Conference Chair, and Professor Sivamadi Sivachandran, former Dean, Faculty of Technology, for their immense support and guidance throughout the entire journey. I would like to thank all our distinguished guests, including former deans, head of the department, as well as all academic, administrative, and non-academic staff for accepting our invitation and sharing your valuable time with us. I am grateful to all the sponsors for their valuable contribution, and I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the authors and presenters for choosing us to share their valuable research findings. I would also take this opportunity to thank all the organizing committee members and staffs, both academic and non-academic, who have been pillars of support for the success of this conference. My deepest thanks go to all my colleagues, including academic, non-academic, and temporary staffs. Finally, I would like to thank all our students to their support and dedication for the success of this conference. Once again, thank you all.